All right, y'all, we're back. Today is technically Christmas Day. Luckily, we did our stuff. Yes, I say luckily. It doesn't really matter. We did ours yesterday. We had to. The kids have to do Christmas all over the place. So we did Christmas Eve. It was great. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you got plenty of race car parts. I did good. Maddie knew what I needed. She got me some tools and straps and stuff that I needed so we can keep doing this deal. I mean, when you get older, y'all already know the deal. It's the simple things. When you're adults, you pretty much get what you want all year long, you know, and Christmas time is a great opportunity for everybody to get you the little random things that you just hate buying. Like for me, example, socks, Sharpies, straps, and my favorite is little clamps from Harbor Freight because they work great to hold sheet metal and bars and everything else. So that's what I got. Boy, I got me a whole lineup now. I am good. So you already knew we got the floor done, firewall done. The steering wheel is going to be finalized. I'm going to weld that out, but I'm going to wait until I finish doing the tie rod ends. I do have the kit to build a tie rod. You see I put the steering arm on there. It's a TRZ deal. And so we have to build the tie rods. It looks like a long distance from here, but it's not. Obviously, it won't even go that far. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to work on. Yeah, I'm probably going to pick up the shop a little bit first. So it's kind of gotten out of hand. I've been working nonstop. So I'm going to go kind of dress up the lift a little bit, kind of roll my cords up, get out of the way. That way I can work freely without tripping on stuff. And, yeah, we'll get the parts laid out and let's do some outer tie rods. I'll show you all how I'm going to do that. So, all right. Again, hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. But now it's time to get to work. Pull measurements for this piece of tin right here. It's going to kind of protect my knee from a U-joint mishap, which hopefully we'll never deal with. But this is just to add a little extra thing. We'll have a drive shaft enclosure, but we're going to do this on top of it too. So I pulled a measurement from corner to corner. And we're going to put it on a piece of ram board. And we're going to fit it up there and make sure it fits right. And then we can sit there and trace that onto a piece of metal. But that's what we're doing right now. So I'm pulled my 3 measurements already. I'll show you what I did here. Pull my measurements. So I'm going to measure out on some ram board and get it cut out. And let's see if my measurements are good enough. Let's see if the template fits. All right, since the steering fiasco is not working out in my favor, like I said, we've moved on. Y'all saw me kind of doing this template. This is kind of where we're at with it. I think it fits pretty good. I'm only got one hand. Obviously, I'm holding the phone with the other, so I can't hold it up flush, but you get the idea. Now we can trace this on our sheet metal, trim it out, and then we'll use the shear to do the straight lines, and it should fit up good. Like I said, this is going to be a steel panel where the rest of it's going to be carbon. But like I said, my knee is right here and the U-joint's here. Like I said, we have a drive shaft enclosure. This is just a little added safety. It's just my spin on it. You don't have to do it, but it makes me feel better because I like my legs. So yeah, let's hope we never have to test that, but just in case. All right, we had our template that we cut, a ram board, and I went and cut a piece off my big sheet, and we traced out our template. We got it traced out. So let's go to the shear and let's get it cut. All right, so I got my clamps. If they don't fall off. Trying to let y'all get a better view, but yeah, you get the idea. So I like it. Naturally, we're not gonna weld that in or anything. That's why I have ribbon strips. I'm just gonna rivet it. I don't want to permanently attach anything just yet, so I have clecos right here somewhere. So I have some clecos right here. That's what these are. Those of you that know or don't know. These are clecos. These are 1/8 inch clecos. And you can get a set on Amazon for relatively cheap. They come with these pliers, so when you push them in, it makes the end smaller, and then as you let it out, they spread and grab onto. And so you have an 1/8 inch hole is what you use these for. So you can get a whole bag of these with these pliers, these special cleco pliers, on Amazon, dog cheap. These are must-have tools. Y'all saw me, I have these holding my steering shaft bushing. Y'all seen that right there. So instead of having it riveted, it's where I'd have to drill the rivets out to get it out and potentially mess something up, we just use clecos. That's the easiest bet. So yeah, I need to finalize that just a little bit. I want to kind of massage right here below this seatbelt bar right there and slide it up just a tad, get it up a little higher. But other than that, I feel pretty good about it. I might just punch the holes in the corners and put clecos to hold it for now. But I'm pretty happy with that. And then I need to start figuring out ribbon strips and how I want to do the carbon, because I really don't know. I don't know what I want to do. So yeah, let's get to work. All right, guys, it's early morning. Got my coffee. We're gonna get started. I told the wife, I was like, hey, today's the day. I gotta get some stuff done. I need to create some content for you guys. And we need to just get work done. I mean, that's all there is to it. I need to get ribbon strips put in so we can start laying some carbon panels. It does feel pretty surreal that we're at this point of fitting up carbon, but it's kind of a blessing. I'm glad to already be at this point. That's a sign that we are continuously getting closer. Yeah, and I don't know why I say so much. Sorry about that. So the steering on the front, I reached out to a buddy of mine, Joseph Thomas, Billet Racing, and kind of expressed the issues I had with this strange kit that I got. And I don't like it. I don't like this strange kit. I don't think for that kind of money you should have to drill and tap anything. It should come with bungs that you weld on that's already threaded, much like a 4-link bar kit. And not only that, the heims were the wrong size on one end to use TRZ stuff. So I have my buddy reach out to TRZ. They do offer a complete kit. Let's see what they say. I could buy all the parts individual. I could buy the heims, the weld-on bungs, and the metal stock, all individual. But when I added up the prices, it didn't add up. It didn't make sense. It was cheaper just to get it together already, you know. So that's what I'm looking for. So that's what we're going to do with that. Until I hear back on that deal, I'm going to start on some carbon work. I really need to finalize the dry shaft loop situation. I have some sheet metal here. I thought about trying to bend it myself. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Instead of having to buy a tube, like a drive shaft enclosure is like $200 something in just steel. that's a whole like 4x10 sheet that you can buy some steel. So I just don't have a way to roll it. So I might have to get creative, find a piece of pipe or something like that to shape it on. But I'm not giving up. I think we might be able to make it work. I mean, we've come that far, you know. So yeah. Oh, I need to get holes punched in for that metal panel y'all just saw. I'm gonna call that the leg protector 3000. So I'm gonna go ahead and get two or three clecos put in that deal just to hold it, and then we're gonna try and figure out the ribbon strip situation. So let me finish my coffee, and we'll start trying to address some of that stuff, and I'll see what y'all think. All right, so we've been having the debate on the carbon top or the bottom of the tubes. I think we're gonna do it on the bottom, make the bottom of the truck smooth as can be, like an airplane. We don't want it to take flight, but we need everything for aero. So yeah, this is flush with the bottom of the floor. That's pretty much what we're gonna do. But with carbon, I was gonna do it on top of the floor, but it's gonna bother me that it wouldn't be even with the other floor on the bottom. So we're gonna do everything through the bottom here. I think it's gonna be fine. So let's get I can just kind of have one clamp holding this here. So something like that. So let's get this one cut down and kind of get it fit up, and we got to start somewhere. So let's just get to cutting and try and get started, and hopefully it goes smooth. Let's see. All right, as you see, I was kind of moving around on it. These get really hot, okay? So I can't sit there and hit every little spot just yet because it's hot. So you see, I did a little bit, dance around, did a little bit, dance around, skip, a little bit, skip, a little bit, you know? So what I'm doing right now is I'm letting it cool down some, because you can't even rest your hand around that work area to weld it. So you just got to have patience. So this one will be all the way in, and I'll finish showing you the time lapse and me finishing out. But this is why I'm pausing. I am having to let the material cool down. That way I can work with it. I'm not trying to burn myself. I do that enough. So yeah, this is where we're at. I just want to show you. And these tabs do have, you see the little predetermined feet. So I already pre-measured, so I didn't have to sit here and mark all these. So yeah, let's get back to it. Alright, so we have this first ribbon strip put in. It's on the bottom of the floor. I didn't recess it between the two. I want it to be on the bottom. I want it to be kind of like the driver's side. I want it to be on the bottom. So that's why we did it this way. It's all stitch welded in. There's predetermined tabs already on this stuff. So it's probably every inch by the looks of it. Every inch, and then after 1, 2, 10 inches, it skips 2 inches. So that's why you see the even spaces here. That's just the way the design is. Ain't no big deal. It's pretty solid. I feel pretty good about it. So we're gonna go down here and all the way across here. Now what we'll probably do here is I'll probably put one along this big 1 5/8 tube right here, because I just don't want it to rattle. My biggest thing is I don't want it to rattle. I know it's gonna rattle, like I know it's just kind of part of it, but I don't want it to be like annoying. You know what I mean? If we can secure everything as tight as possible, let's do that. So that's what we're working towards. I'm gonna start fitting up the rest of the ribbon strips. So let's go. Yo, we got a man down. Man down. I've been using this cup for a long time. Crap. Got to get another one. Swapping out to the old trusty PTSFab 12. So what I was using was a 16. I do have a 14, but I think the 12 is going to be fine for exactly what I'm doing right here. But yeah, I love that 16 cup. The gas coverage is amazing, so I'll definitely be getting another one of those. But this old girl will pull through. I think she'll get us there. Alright, look, got my hair sticking out. So, I'm sure y'all can see the ribbon strips there and there. So that's the 2 straight runs you can see going on there. So I need to cut the ends right here. I need to cut both those pieces, and then like I said, I'm probably going to do something down this bar because it's 1 5/8, so this is lower than those other bars. I'm probably just going to do it just to help hold it tight. Like I said, I don't want it flapping and flopping and making noise. This carbon's not like 1/2-inch plywood or anything like that. This is carbon. So let's finish getting some ribbon strips put up. I know these time lapses aren't the most fun in the world, but a lot of y'all ask to watch me weld these things out, and these things take so much time. Just got to keep trucking, and man, my back bent over all funny on this lift. That hurts, but we're getting it. We're getting it. I think the hard part's done. So now we start on the ends, and then probably this bar right here. So let's keep trucking. Sorry about the background noise. The welding machine's still running. You can see I used the double-sided ribbon strip right here. Now it has slots in the center that I tried to weld through. That kind of sucks. It wasn't holding as well as I wanted to, and any more heat, it would just start eating away the material, you know? So I added tacks on the sides over here. You can't see, but I'm just letting you know I didn't only weld it inside the center because I don't trust it. So I put some tacks on the side. You won't see any of that stuff anyway. But yeah, so I need to do this piece here and get that put in, and then I'll determine what I'm gonna do for right here. If I'll do anything at all or something, I don't know. So we're gonna figure that part out. But let's get this knocked out right here. I'm happy with everything else so far. All these are very, very rigid. I'm happy. It's starting to look like something. So let's get this one made and see how it goes.
That's your shit, not my shit.
All right, we're back. Got Cody and Mike here helping out again. We got this carbon cut. I didn't video it, but I wasn't sure how I was gonna cut. So we actually cut it with some aviation snips, which, believe it or not, worked pretty well. So I'm not itchy, and we got the panel cut out that we need to, and we have it clamped. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower the truck down, and we'll mark it from the top, and I'll set some clecos on the ends in the center to make sure it's happy, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, man, looks pretty sweet. So let's lower it down and get it marked. All right, we got the carbon sitting in there. It looks pretty good. We just put a few clecos. I need to order some different clecos and rivets. What size did we say that was?
3/16.
So these are 3/16 holes. I assumed they were 1/8 inch. I didn't check. That was on me. I have 1/8 inch clecos, which are fine. They're holding it. But I'm gonna have to open them up. So we're gonna get that going. But man, this looks freaking sweet. That looks sweet. All right, so I got the floor done, and I was talking about building the drive shaft tunnel. To buy a kit, it's pretty expensive in my opinion. It's over $200. So we measured this, and I have Cody and Mike over here, some plumbing buddies, and I was like, hey, I need something with this radius. And so what is this called?
This is SDR. It's got the sign on it here. It's this is 6-inch SDR 35.
It's a 6-inch PVC pipe.
SDR 35 has the outside diameter.
Yeah, so technically the inside of that is 6.5, but this outside diameter is 6 1/4, which will make it perfect for us to use this as the roller, to where I can just take my sheet metal and bend this and build my own drive shaft enclosure with metal that we already have, you know. So, and funny thing is, I remembered having this because I cut little rings out of this, and that's what my turbo inlet rings were in my old truck. Yeah, so he'll show you.
Right there. So
Yep.
it's Charlotte. And it doesn't have to be Charlotte.
Yep.
6-inch SDR 35.
6-inch SDR 35 right there. So if y'all have the drive shaft loop enclosure from like LJRC, and you want to do what I'm doing, this is what I'm using. So we're gonna get shaped up, and we're gonna see how it fits. Might work, might not. I don't know. Y'all know the deal. I'll show y'all everything. So let's go try that out. All right. So we have our poo-poo pipe. We have our sheet cut out here, and we found center of it. You kind of see the marks there faintly, and he put a straight line on here. So we're gonna try and line that up here, and then we're gonna try and fold this up to shape it. And yeah, that seems like it'll work out. So let's see what happens. All right, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, we're all pretty pumped up with this right here. We did some magical work. We cut the panel. We used a metal shear to get straight edges. And we literally used the poo-poo pipe. So, yeah. Dude, it fits really good. Me, Cody, and Mike were talking. We're going to take it out and hold it flat on the ground here while pushing down to try and take the point out and to where it'll fit this radius a little better. But, hey, man, this didn't cost $220, so, and I like it. It's going to be a perfect fit. So, let's keep trucking. All right, y'all. My drive shaft tunnel kit that I ordered from Larry Jeffers came in. I hope y'all like it. What are you laughing at, man? No, I'm just kidding. This our Sewer Master edition right here. That's what it is. Sewer Master edition. Yep. So our poo pipe worked good to shape it. As y'all can see, it's it's about there. I'm gonna trim off the back, obviously, to get it flush. But I mean, dude, check this out. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy. So we can make it work, and I'll stitch weld. I'll stitch weld the two halves together. I'll mark it and then I'll weld it. But dude, that's pretty sick. A little bit of time and patience, and not $300. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I might charge $300 to do this now because just it is what it is. But yeah, you got to fabricate it.
Well,
so
you can sell the Jagjagno.
Yeah, the Jagjagno. Yeah, we wrote the Jagjagno on it. We didn't write it. Cody wrote it. The Suwa Master wrote it. But yep. All right. So we're gonna kind of get a game plan and mark the back of this and try and get that trimmed up. I already trimmed up the front. That's why it kind of matches and it's level. I'm happy with that. And when all this stuff is black, y'all won't even pay attention to any of that stuff. Yeah, y'all see all the hard work going in now, but y'all be blinded by everything else in the truck, So let's keep going. All right, guys. Finally winding down for the evening. The driveshaft enclosure deal, man, that kind of turned out better than I anticipated. I've been pulling some measurements. I might have cut it too short. I'm not sure, but I know I need to get it up forward enough to cover the yoke of the transmission. Worst case scenario, I could always add on to the front of it, which I might do. It's going to be covered anyway. Nobody's even going to see any of that. Probably just going to weld it in. It's not going to be removable. I don't really see where it would need to be. Not in this tight of a deal. Like for a bigger car that's more open, bigger double frame rail deal, sure. But this stuff is very tight. So that's probably going to be permanently mounted there. And then the carbon on this side. Got that on there. So I need to finish doing the other stuff. I need to go ahead and set the rear bars right here for the drive shaft enclosure. Now that I know what I'm working with, I'm going to go ahead and tomorrow and pull center, pull my measurement, and get them welded in and stuff like that. But yeah, super exciting. Made great progress. I'm extremely happy with this. Let's keep this momentum going, and I still feel good, guys. 25 is our year. 25 is going to be our year. I feel good about it. So, all right, let's keep going.